All right, here we go. What's up, everyone? AJ Race Crypto here. Well, happy Monday morning. Yeah, I'm telling you what, it's pretty sad out here in Georgia. It's just raining and groggy and very sad out here in Georgia. But we got a lot to talk about today. I pulled so many stories, so much going on. Sorry for being a couple minutes late, but I have a lot to talk about today. Definitely going to stick around for this one. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Ben's Lambo, Mr. Mojo Risen, Jim S-Dog21, Brian Bootyhead, my guy Jason Owen. What's going on, everybody? Tony Denning, JC, my guy Chauncey, the teacher's pet, AJ's best friend in the world, Chauncey Peppertooth. I don't know what it is. He's the man. He's the man. All right. So, wow. First of all, what a Super Bowl. What a Super Bowl. Amazing. I made some money, made some good money. It was good, very good. I bet the Chiefs, rightfully so. Deep down, I wanted the Niners to win. My buddy JJ from back in Connecticut, he's a big Niners fan. He's been dealing with a lifetime of letdown, and it just continued in terms of him watching football. So I wanted to bet the Niners, but I knew come on, we got to bet the Chiefs here. I also bet that the game would go into overtime. And on that one, I made I made some good money yesterday, everybody. I nailed the overtime bet. And I must say, thanks to BitBoy. BitBoy, I was reading through the bets on this this DeFi site. Not going to show them, but I was reading through the bets and I was like, oh, this prop bet. And I said, will the game go to overtime? And Ben, I saw his when Ben contemplates, you can see the gears in his mind spinning, and he looked up and the light bulb went off and he was like, yes, that's it. The game's going to overtime. And I was like, okay. And it was like, I put a good amount of money down for it to matter. And when they kicked the field goal, we jumped up off the couch let's go. And he was like, I don't want any of the money, but you better tell the audience that I helped you with the pick. You better tell them I told you. It was so funny. So shout out to Ben. We had a really good time. I think Ben is live streaming after this. I think the live stream is back. I think he misses everything. He's coming back. I thought that was always the case. I agree with Ken, and the halftime show was kind of booty. But I did like Ludacris. That was fun. I did like Jack Dorsey hanging out with Beyonce and Jay-Z wearing a Satoshi shirt. Definitely a lack of crypto commercials. But, I understand after the whole FTX thing, I think people are a little skittish for now. I think time will take time on that for sure. But yeah, I mean, S-Dog21 just called me out. That's what I was going for. Bitcoin, 49,500. Was a little worried about Bitcoin. I'm not going to rant forever about the Super Bowl, but I'm not going to rant forever. But yeah, Bitcoin, oh my God, I got distracted because of the price moving. So, I got a little worried because, I said this yesterday on Ben's live stream when we were playing Madden that, 48,000, that has been the sore thumb for Bitcoin. I talked to Gareth Soloway in a space a long time ago, and he was saying 48,000. That's the worst level for Bitcoin. Just can't get above it. We're struggling, and that was the sore thumb, and we broke it, and we've retested it and have continued. This is really good. I'll show you the chart here in a little while, but I'm very bullish. Touchdown for crypto for sure. We are moving, especially I forgot. Let me pull the halving clock up. Bitcoin halving clock. Here we go, guys, and this is why it's so important with where we're moving right now. 65 days, everyone. 65 days. This is insane. I think we're going to see a $50,000 Bitcoin today. Crypto Face went long. Pretty sure he made a year's salary in a couple hours. Shout out to my guy Crypto Face. Shout out to Market Cypher, one of the main sponsors here on the channel. Man, talked to Face the other day. Just such a rad dude, man. Such a rad guy. Very grateful for him. But yeah, man, he's killing it. Definitely shout out to that trade he made this morning. I wish I was in it, man. He nailed it. He nailed it. But yeah, so yeah, someone sent a $5. Yeah, Carl Wagner, $5 super chat. Thanks for the super chat, bro. I appreciate it. Thanks for the portfolio video. Yeah, man, for sure. The portfolio video went really well. Jada, she's very smart, dude. Jada, I mean, you know, she was with, you know, we've been together for 5.5 years. 5.5 years, and she's kind of been with me for, you know, basically all of my crypto journey. You know, I did buy a little bit of crypto before we met. You know, when I was playing poker online and stuff, and then I just started buying Bitcoin. But basically, you know, she's been with me the whole time through crypto, and like by osmosis, she has learned a lot of what I've been saying, what I've been reading. I mean, for years and years. I mean, she trades, she buys her own crypto, she holds, and she knows a lot. She really does. And you know, I wouldn't just have her on my channel if she didn't really know what she was talking about. But, you know, I think she's got to a point where she's I'm not saying she's not like an expert, but she's not a beginner either. You know, she's actually, she knows what she's talking about. So I love doing the portfolio video with her. It was her idea. She was like, you know, I want to make content for beginners. Like I want to help people just getting started. And I was like, hell yeah. I think that's a great idea, you know? So shout out to the Glitter Queen, guys. Shout out to the Glitter Queen. She's absolutely amazing. Need more of the graph. Don't we all? We all need more of the graph. So when will the Bitcoin pump trickle in the alts? Well, Freddie Arnold, that really is the question, man. When will the Bitcoin? So let me let's take a look. BTCD Bitcoin dominance. Let me click this so you guys can see it. All right, so this is your Bitcoin dominance chart, Freddie. And so Bitcoin dominance, you know, this is, so right now, if you look at the number right here, you know, on all the way on there, can you guys see that? You can. So 54.27% of all the money in crypto is Bitcoin. So that's what click that. That's what Bitcoin dominance is. You know, the dominance of the total market cap. All right. So right now, you know, 54% of all money in crypto is Bitcoin. And when dominance runs, so look, if you go back here, so this level here, from October 23, December 23, January 24, Bitcoin dominance has struggled to get over this level. This is the relative level. I realize that, you know, it came above, but, you know, from this top and a couple, you know, on this top, that is like the relative level. There's also, you know, technically another level right here as well. Okay. But, you know, so if you kind of go back and back test this on when Bitcoin dominance bled right here from, you know, October 23rd to November 17th, all coins were pumping. Also, if you go back, let me get rid of this one. If you come from right here, from December 3rd to December 30th, remember the week of Christmas into New Year's, that was like, you know, the alts put in a lot of local highs there. Bitcoin dominance was coming down. Alts were pumping. So Freddie asked, you know, everybody, when is, you know, the gains going to trickle from Bitcoin to altcoins? Well, this is why we keep our eyes peeled on Bitcoin dominance, Freddie. So yeah, I have this chart up all the time. And, you know, it kind of fought at this level here from that, you know, I showed you guys the levels when we zoomed out. Okay. So here's the 2-hour chart, gives you a little bit of better picture. So, you know, so we're going to watch, are we going to get rejected from this level, or are we going to continue? And then from there, are we going to run up to this level, or are we going to break it? So basically we're looking for a reversal on Bitcoin dominance. To be fair, if you look at oscillator, this is a 2-hour chart, oscillator, anchor wave, trigger wave, price go up, oscillator goes down. There is a bearish divergence that could play out on Bitcoin dominance. So definitely keep a close eye on that reversal. If that reversal, you know, begins, that's when we start long and alts. So there you go. I hope I answered your question there. But yeah, let's take a quick little overview at the market. Actually, 50K before the end of the stream. Oh man, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy. All right, let's before we take a little overview of the markets here, I got to do a little bit of housekeeping. It's all good though. It'll be painless, I promise. First thing, this Thursday, very big deal. This is a very big deal. I already interviewed John Allen Woods, the CTO over at Algorand. But now this Thursday, just copy pasted this tweet right here there in the chat. This Thursday, I'm going to interview Stacy Warden, the CEO of the Algorand Foundation. This is big. And amazing opportunity. Amazing opportunity. I did a little meet and greet with Stacy last week. Went over really well. We got along really good. I know who she is. She knows who I am. I was kind of unsure, you know what I mean? But she's super nice. Stacy is cool as they come. Really lighthearted, really fun. Loves to laugh, but at the same time, intimidating smart. And I think people are really going to warm up to her after this interview. I'm really going to I'm going to submit the questions in today after the stream. I'm going to send the email over with the questions I wrote up. If all of them get a green light, y'all are in for a serious interview. Y'all are in for it. If they green light every question I send, oh my God. But yeah, definitely everybody, it would be a big help to me if you went to this tweet. I copy pasted in the chat here, and set a reminder for this interview here. If you missed the Twitter space of it, we are going to record it and put the video out on the back end, similar to what we did with John Allen Woods. Yeah, but shout out to Algorand. Shout out to the Algo fam. It's there's a lot going on. Also want to talk about the Algorand chart really fast. Why not? We'll take a quick peek at the Algorand chart for the Algo fam. A couple things with this one. I love this, guys. We talked about back in the day, right here. We talked about Algorand has to break 16 cents. Do or die. I said that over here, by the way. I called the bottom of this chart. I'll clip it and show you with a timestamp. I don't pat myself on the back that much. I'm pretty humble, but I called this one. I called this one back at like 9 cents, and 16 cents. That support resistance level from this little stop. I think I'm going to go further back. Yep, there too. This was the do or die level for Algorand, and look what happened. Once we broke 16 cents, boom. We're talking, 59% in 15 days, guys. 59% in 15 days. This is why we watch this channel. This is why we stay as plugged in as we do on the charts. We have a firm grasp on what's happening on the charts. And when you look at the support resistance level, and this will happen when, I said Algorand needs to hold 16 cents, needs to hold 16 cents, needs to hold 16 cents. Sometimes will the chart freak you out? Will the chart, momentarily or a few hours or even for a full day dip below 16 cents? Yes, it will. They do that. They do that to try to get you to sell. You do have to have a tolerance for a level getting lost, hoping that it regains it relatively fast. And although it did dip below it, all in all, we held this level. No crazy closes really happen. Let me zoom that out. No crazy closes really happen. Maybe this one right here, that one right there. All right. So overall, Algorand held that level, and that is what we really wanted to see. And we're moving back up. I feel like if Bitcoin dominance comes down at all, I feel like Algorand is going to go on a pretty substantial pump. In the meantime, well, first of all, we want to kind of come back here. In the meantime, we want to get above local highs, right? We want to break 18.3. Really want to break 18.3. Also relevant that we got rejected at 18.3 because look at this right here. Look at that was a previous floor, rejected from the top. So obviously we're really going to want to see 18.3, well 0.83 get beat. That has to happen. The little bearish D could play out on the 2 hour. I do see that. But I think it still has good momentum, and I know there's a lot of volume up here. It's not like we're hanging out on a low volume node. So yeah, I think if Algorand gets above 18.3, that could be a really good long. I've been stacking Algorand constantly. It is my largest holding, full disclosure. And there's a reason for that. Also got some other good news. Shout out to the Algo fam for sure. Also some other good news in the Algorand ecosystem. We have an airdrop. Got an airdrop coming on TinyMan. TinyMan right here is a decentralized trading protocol that operates secure and fast on Algorand blockchain. TinyMan is very popular amongst the Algo fam, and airdrop has been confirmed. Should be eligible for the airdrop. You need to fund your Algorand wallet, perform a swap to build volume using the TinyMan DEX, adding liquidity to a token pair, staking your token, participate in Algorand governance. A lot of times with airdrops, they won't really give you excuse me, though they won't really give you like a cut and dry handbook on what to do. You just have to like interact with it. I haven't seen a lot of airdrops that are like step 1, step 2, step 3. It's mostly like you have to participate in the ecosystem, and if you do that enough, eventually it will come out. Some airdrops are much more transparent than others. This is from a tweet, like I said, but and Tiny Man did come out with this tweet. As we approach the Tiny launch and airdrops, obviously be cautious of scams, but it's not like they came out with a step-by-step list on exactly what to do. So, but you still can get involved in it. I did ask a couple people, how to learn more about these airdrops. And I said airdrops because I'm pretty sure Folks Finance might be doing an airdrop as well. So with Tiny Man and Folks Finance, looks like we have 2 airdrops coming your way for the Algorand. So, interesting. So I'm definitely going to try to get more information about that. I'll circle back on this topic once I know more about both of them. I did ask who needed to be asked about those questions, but I heard about them relatively not that long ago. So Mars took profit on a long yesterday. Congratulations. Thoughts on Loot? It's an airdrop bot. Haven't heard about it. Numero, Ruben, AJ, will you be doing a price prediction for VeChain and Quant with new format you are using? Yes, I will be. Going to have a price prediction video coming your way in the next couple of days. I got a couple on the burner. I think first I'm going to do Solana, then I'm going to do the graph, and then I'm going to go from there. I've already researched those ones extensively. Pretty much already have a good idea of what I'm going to say. I've been doing kind of videos like where I'll bullet point instead of teleprompt. That has been working for me. I feel like I spent so much time teleprompting that I already know what I'm going to say. I kind of feel it's like the evolution of what I've been doing, that like I don't need to do word for word, because sometimes with teleprompt I feel like I get a little bit robotic. Because sometimes I'm just trying to get through the script, but opposed to when I have bullet points and I kind of freestyle, the videos always tend to end up being a lot more organic and more full of personality and a little bit more fun. So so I'm definitely going to be doing that format as well. But the new formula that I have for price predictions is much more refined than what I was doing before. I was doing a lot of research before. I think the price predictions I did back at Hit Network were way more mechanical. I really I researched the coins a lot, and I gave a lot of overviews on the projects themselves. It would kind of be like the first 5 minutes was like about the project, maybe about the inception of the project, maybe something about the founder. And then the next 5 minutes would be like a bunch of news about the project, like why I like it, why I think it can pump. And then the end of the video was the price prediction. And sometimes these videos ended up being like 20 minutes. The editing team hated me because I'd filmed for like an hour. You know what I mean? So I think now where I'm just kind of starting the video, saying a couple things and doing the price prediction, I think kind of getting straight to the point is a little bit a smarter idea. And I can always go back and do like coin reviews, news, stuff like that any other day. So kind of saving myself some of the headache of the way I did it before. It was way too mechanical. There's just way too much to it. Simplifying it will make the videos better because we can focus on the task at hand and not get distracted in all the news and the inception. And we all know how coins started. We all know who the founders are. We all know these things. And for people that don't, I will have a beginner series coming. I'm going to do a lot of beginner trading things. I'm going to do a lot of like crypto for dummies type stuff. Jada will be heavily integrated. The Glitter Queen will be heavily integrated in a lot of the beginner stuff. And for everybody that's been here for a long time, I understand. And of course, I'll make intermediate to expert crypto material as well. But there are a lot of beginners in the space, and that's good. We want beginners to come into the space, and we want them to learn. So I'm gonna have a little bit of something for everybody, and I think that's important. Also, one more thing, I'm going to be starting a Telegram group here pretty soon. Going to have like my alpha group, alpha Telegram group. It's integrated with the PAL AI bot. Amazing. What the PAL guys are doing, it's crazy. It's so crazy. Basically, they're going to aggregate anything I've ever said on YouTube and anything I've ever said on Twitter, so you can talk to a digital twin of me. And you could say, AJ, what do you think about the optimism tokenomics, or what do you think about Chainlink's support resistance levels, or what? You could ask me anything, and it will, kind of go through everything I said and give you an answer. So I think that's pretty crazy. No one's doing that in their Telegram groups. No one has that kind of alpha, let alone you could research using the Telegram bot. You could ask it anything about any coin. It'll tell you. You can use it to make fun of other people in the group, which I like the most. So there's a lot of really good stuff coming, and I'm definitely excited to have my own Telegram. It's been coming for a long time, but I've been wanting to do something that has never been done. No one is doing this. No one is doing it the way I'm doing it. And that's always has been my approach. That has always been my approach, is that like I've seen what everyone else in the space is doing. I don't want to do what they're doing. I want to do what I'm doing, So I think kind of beating a lot of people to the punch with that is going to be a big help. And then we'll see Bitcoin just hit. We're almost at 50,000. 50,000 on the stream. Let's go. All right. If you want Bitcoin to hit 50,000 on the stream, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'd really, really appreciate it. Somebody asked, will AJ get replaced by AI? Probably. Also, blah, blah, blah. All right, so let's do a quick little overview of the markets. Haven't even got to that yet. I've been talking so many things going on here. Bitcoin, it's moving. Let me get a fresh refresh. All right, 49.7. I think it was at 49.8 for a minute. There's a couple charts there. Sometimes they fluctuate just a little bit. Cardano moving up 55 cents. USDC is $1, and so is Tether, guys. We're stable. Solana 108. Love to see it. Let's just go straight to the gainers and losers. I want to find that volatility. I want to know what's moving the fastest, what's losing the most. That's what I'm really after. What the prices is at something, that's cool, looking at the top 100, but I want to know the gainers and the losers. That's what really matters to me. All right, we got Beam up 16, Mina up 12, Stacks, Optimism, Sui, Ordi, SEI, Near, Clay. Yeah, nothing crazy. I mean, Mina, that's good that it's up 12. I know a couple of people that really like Mina. That's good for them. Monero down to, nothing's really that far down except for Dimension, and that coin ripped to the moon. So, I think this is the thing is that, Bitcoin dominance is kind of holding everything up. And that's what happens when Bitcoin runs the show, guys. Bitcoin runs the show, and it's kind of just a matter of being patient and waiting for that, for people to take profits and to put it into altcoins. And that's generally, the play there. So everyday Algorand said it's 49,852 at Binance. Yeah, because all the charts are, a little bit different. Just, it'll say one thing one place, one thing another place, and that's just the way it is sometimes. Something to do with the market makers probably. So another thing really fast here. So wait. Oh, I did want to show you guys this tweet really fast. I started a little experiment over on PHEMEX where Zeta and I were talking about what coins move faster than others and blah, blah, blah. And then we kind of did this experiment where I bought $100 of 10 altcoins, and then I bought $100 in Bitcoin. And we're going to see who's in first place at the end of the month and stuff like that. So we did a little mini giveaway that if you guess, if you're the first person to guess which coin wins the race, then you'll get something for maybe a Grogger shirt, or maybe the profits from the coin that won, or something small. But it was just kind of more of a test on what's one's going to stay first. I might just keep this little $1,100 portfolio just for fun, just because I like having a little bit of exposure. It's kind of more of a just for fun type of thing, not a serious investment, because I don't think I'd normally buy Optimism. I don't think I'd normally buy actually, there's a couple coins here that I probably should be buying more of that I probably wouldn't heavily buy into. So I think I'm going to leave it. I am going to leave it. Let's see. Actually, let's just do a little drop in and see how it's doing, just for funsies. So right now, Optimism is ahead by $10. OP running the show. Near up 7, Bitcoin up 5. So Bitcoin's in third place. That's hilarious. FET, someone said something about FET going bankrupt. I didn't see anything about that. Going to have to research that one. FET might win. We have AVAX 102, Algorand profitable. Love to see it. Sui up 85 cents. Injective up 25 cents. The only two coins down are AGIX and Render. And this was bought like 3 days ago. So definitely a little interesting. It's definitely interesting to see, the little race. It's just fun to do. I find it fun to just watch how things go and compare them. I mean, you could always just look at the price and see what's going up and going down. But when you actually like put skin in the game yourself and see like, oh, this is doing this, it kind of hits you a little bit more, if that makes sense. I've always liked doing it that way. So yeah, very cool. And actually, obviously, big shout out to my main sponsor, PHEMEX. PHEMEX is absolutely awesome, everybody. It's the best exchange in crypto. It really is. It's easy to use. The trading is straightforward. A lot of trading platforms just make it like impossible to trade. Like there's so many like weird things going, where PHEMEX is just very straightforward, very simple. You know what you're doing. It keeps you like engaged in the trading. It's just an intuitive platform. It really is. And I couldn't be more grateful to have them on board here at AJ Writes Crypto. And definitely, if you want to be a part of the best exchange in crypto and, to get better at leverage trading, this is the place to do it. Of course, I'm going to have my own Telegram group coming out here soon. And it'll all be all those trades, all those positions and everything will all be on PHEMEX. I'm pretty sure trading on PHEMEX is going to be a prerequisite to even be in the group. So definitely get yourself a head start. Click the link down below in the description and sign yourself up for PHEMEX right away. You do not need to KYC. You do not need to KYC, but anytime you're trading crypto, you should always use a VPN to protect yourself as a security measure. So I think someone's talking about Bitcoin, and I think we're going to have to run to the Bitcoin chart. I do have a couple stories I want to talk to, but we are going to have to look at this Bitcoin chart right here. Share this tab instead. Oh, man. Oh my goodness. 49.9 on Binance. Let's go. Right here on the show, everybody. Smash the like button if you want Bitcoin to get to 50,000 right here on the show. Look at this. Dude, oh my God. Why did I not go long this morning? I woke up at 7 o'clock. What time was 7 o'clock? All right, if I went long when I woke up, I'd be up 4%. Oh my God. No. AJ, dumb. This is crazy. This is a 12-minute chart, by the way. Yeah, this thing is just ripping, dude. I love to see this. Hopefully it doesn't get rejected right at 50. Hopefully. That would suck. I mean, 50 is right there. Right there. Come on, 50. All right, we'll check back on that one in a little bit. We do have 200 people in the house right now on the show. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. Shout out to Grogger Nation, the Get Rich or Get Wrecked family. You guys are awesome. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Sometimes I start a sentence and then I look at the chat and get distracted and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm talking, and I get stuck. So my bad. My brain moves a little bit faster than my mouth, but I'm working on it. All right. Chauncey Peppertooth, the only time I close my trade is when it continues to pump. All right, Chauncey, I understand that feeling, but don't say that this always happens. Don't like start a lack mentality. Be like, next time I'm going to do it right. Don't say I always do this. Anytime someone says I always do this, this always happens. I'm not saying that's what you're saying. I'm just saying it feels like that a little bit. And anytime you say that, you're creating it again. So what I would do is just say, next time I'm going to do it right, and come into it with a positive outlook. Because when that happens, anytime you go into something with a negative attitude, you're never going to win. And with trading, you have to be like mentally prepared. You know what I'm saying? So even if you're lying to yourself, be like, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to do it right. So awesome. Ben's Lambo, AJ, would you sell all crypto after the halving and then buy back in on the dip? I mean, dude, it depends. It really depends on confluence. It depends on the macro. It depends on the S&P, the dollar, Bitcoin dominance, what the alts are doing, levels being gained, levels being lost. Do I have a chosen eject parachute level for both? I mean, for every chart I own? Yes, I do, for sure. But that's that's to each their own, though. I do have levels picked for every coin I'm heavily in. And if we hit those levels, sold, gone, and I'll wait. And even if I accidentally sell the bottom, I stick to my plan. You know what I mean? I stick to my plan. And if I have to eat 8% and buy back in 8% down, whatever. But I am going to stick to my plan if my parachute eject levels get hit. Maybe I definitely have been wanting to make a video, like exit strategy type video. I just don't feel like it's the time for an exit strategy video. I mean, we're before the halving. I think like an exit strategy video in February of 25 is going to be a more. I don't want my exit strategy video to come out now and then get lost like in the mix if people like miss it. Affirmations 101 with AJ for sure. Positive affirmations all day long. You have to. You absolutely have to. Ken and Hinson and AJ, what is the MACD indicator for? Of course, man. So a MACD indicator is the moving average convergence divergence. So basically hold on, I'll pull it up right here. So we got rid of market safer here. This is the Bitcoin chart, by the way. We're still a little bit below 50,000. Would love to see it happen. We're going to go to indicators, MACD, moving average convergence divergence. So here, just this right here, here, I'll make it really big so you guys can see it. MACD, a little MACD lesson. All right, we'll make it on a larger time frame so it's more relevant. 2 hour, this is actually really good. So the green and the red, this is just like normal like volume. I guess I don't know if I'd call it money flow, but I would call it volume. It's not like the same as like a market cipher money flow. That one's like native to market cipher. So the orange line here, is called the signal line. The signal line, okay? And then the blue line here is called the MACD line. And I don't know exactly how it's calculated. I remember I read something about it before. It's like a moving average, but I forget like the way they calculate it, like the like which ones it's like a weighted average. I'll figure out the exact way they measure it. But it's an average. It's a moving average. So when the signal line comes up and when the MACD line goes below the signal line, that right here, that would be called that would be like a death cross, except it's on a MACD line. It's not like the same as an EMA death cross, but anytime the MACD goes below the signal line, generally like a bad, not good. It is a lagging indicator, to be fair, but even with lagging indicators, you could catch a good MACD cross and still get in on a move relatively quick. Like right here, we have a 2 hour cross on the MACD, and that is pretty solid. I bet if you go long from here in the long run, you'll win. And that's kind of the important part. It matters a little bit more, honestly, on like a daily chart. If you look at like a MACD on like the daily, and then you kind of, oops, let me do that. And then you come over here. Hold on. So if you kind of come back in time here, right? And if you look at, I know it's a little messy with all my support resistance levels, but if you look at a couple MACD crosses, like, this one here, and even this one here, and like on this, the daily chart. So obviously it matters more than a 2 hour chart. So if you go from this MACD cross, let me pull this down just a little bit so I can measure it correctly. All right, so you go from this MACD cross right here, and even though it's lagging indicator, look at this, 77%, 119 days, or even just this local pump, 41% in 27 days. Even if it's a lagging indicator, if you went solely off the MACD cross on the daily, you would have made 41% in 27 days. You know what I mean? So hindsight's always 20/20, that's for sure. Not saying it's not, but you can still use this to your advantage. A MACD is something that if I'm really going to get into a large trade, it's something I always consider. It's something I always will look at and say, okay, the MACD is saying this. It's not gonna break the trade for me. It's not gonna make the trade for me, but it is one of the factors I'm looking at to determine confluence. So there's a word I throw around a lot, confluence. So you never want to base an entire trade off one indicator. That's a surefire way to get wrecked. But say a situation where you have a MACD cross, but that's it. Okay, well, we have a MACD cross, but nothing else. But if you have a MACD cross and there's a bullish div on the 2 hour and a green dot and a negative 515 on the dual band strength index and the point of control is above the current price level, that would be confluence, because it's all the indicators are telling the same story, if that makes sense. So, you never wanted to go off one indicator. You want to go off the full story. And that's the best way I can put it. Shout out to Pal, 10% in 1 hour. Oh, man, this is one. Pal has been doing so well. Here, I'll actually go to it right here on this one. Share this. Okay. Pal has been doing very well. I am going to be accumulating more. I have PAL in my personal portfolio, not in my public one, but I probably will be adding it in my public one. This is the 2-minute chart. Damn. So just from 9 o'clock this morning to now, wow, 11% move, dude. Why did I not buy more PAL? And literally, you know what's hilarious? I started doing the PAL spaces I've been doing. I have a PAL space tomorrow. I got to do the post for it still. But I'm talking 3 days, guys, 75%. 75% in 3 days. I'm over here doing spaces with them, and I didn't buy more PAL. Dude, AJ, what are you doing? Damn, 75% in 3 days. I mean, the thing with PAL is that the market cap is still so small. The market cap is still so small. I mean, here, let me go to this tab here. 1 second. PAL. Share this tab instead. I mean, we are talking only 120 million, guys. 120 million. Tokenomics are, about 65% of the way there. Nothing crazy. And I'm not even going to go on my PAL rant, but I am going to say I'm going to put a tweet out later announcing the PAL space tomorrow. It's going to be a full AMA. So if you out there in the audience, you have any questions for PAL or how to get involved, definitely come to the space tomorrow. I think we're going to do it at 4 p.m. tomorrow. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. It's the last. I did 3 spaces with them, the past 3 weeks, every Tuesday. And this is the last one is tomorrow. And, they've been doing really well. I mean, the fact I've been doing spaces with them and they pumped 75% in 3 days, after the spaces, that looks really good. I like picking strong projects that do well. I have a knack for it. I've been doing it for a while, but I should have bought more. But it's all good. It's all good, man. That's trading though. You know what I mean? Like you're never gonna get in perfect on anything. You're never gonna nail the bottom. You're never gonna nail the top. But the money's made in the middle, and consistently, like the cream rises to the top. That's just that's trading. That's trading. But Marsh, he said, where's the best place to buy PAL without so many fees? All right, I understand the fees thing. I mean, fees, that's a part of crypto, bro. You got to pay to play. Generally, let me actually look at the markets here. I don't think it's on PHEMEX, unfortunately. Gate, HTX, Bitmart. I would always go with the one that has the highest volume. So right here, 27% on this one and 12%, 13% on this one. So probably this choice here. Without saying it, was probably the best one considering volume and considering, and even in the past 24 hours, is doing very well. So I generally go with that if I'm trying to target a certain coin. But in terms of fees, man, like you got to pay to play. But that's why I like PHEMEX, because if you have the PT token, you hold some PT token, you get a discount on the trading fees and stuff like that. Similar to how BNB and KCS, all the exchange tokens. So if you get a break if you participate in the ecosystem. I do really like that about the PHEMEX token PT. And I will tell you guys that the PT token is actually a sleeper. I think the PHEMEX coin is going to do so well. Here, I'll pull this up. Look at this thing. We talked about this on the channel just last week. And hold on, I'll actually do a little thing here. Okay, so here we are. We were talking about the PT coin just last week. All right, and we have this little support resistance level because this was the top before it topped back here back in January, early January. And then we also got rejected again from that level right here. I mean, this is textbook support resistance, guys. Textbook support resistance. And what did we do? We set an alarm. We drew that line and said we set an alarm. If we break this local high that we got rejected from, not once, but 2 times, we are going long. Look at what happened. Oh, not that. Look at what happened. Boom. Okay. It's that easy, everybody. It's that easy. Making money. Okay. We broke here. Boom. Already up 6%, 7%. Boom. It's that easy. It's only 7%, but that's trading. That right there, that example is why you need to know TA in and out. This is why you need to have a firm understanding of support resistance and all the indicators and the confluence between them. And this is why you need to set alarms. Setting alarms is like, I want to make money later. Click. You know, when I come on here and I do shout out charts, I do shout out TA, and I say, set an alarm here. If this happens, you go short. You set an alarm here. If this happens, you go long. Set those alarms. Set them. I'm trying to help. I'm literally doing everything I can. You know, so definitely take me up on that advice. You know, take me up on that advice for sure. All right, going to run through a couple of the things I wanted to talk about. So the narrative last week, the ERC 404s. So definitely you can look at all the ERC 404 projects here. I think this is going to be a big new narrative. Remember last week there wasn't that many ERC 404 coins, but now look, there's way more. There's so many more of them. And, you know, I think each of these, I don't know which ones are bad, which ones are good, but there's a lot of opportunity here. I know the Pandora kind of set the standard up 489% in 7 days. It does have the largest market cap of them all at 209 million, with DFrogs kind of fighting behind it, up 10% in the past hour. DFrogs is with a $15 million market cap. But you know, ERC 404s is ERC20 and NFTs combined into one project. And they are doing very, very well. But there's news on this. There's news. There's a development on the story. So, boom. ERC 404 prices dip, which they have a little bit, but more projects have come up. And I still think with Pandora being so established at 200 million, I think that one's going to continue. I mean, even if it only gets to 500 million, I mean, we still did so well. But so we actually come down here in the article a little bit more. Where's that? Here we go. Arrival implementation. A group of developers is working on an alternative implementation of the same idea, which is set to be released imminently. The upcoming standard will be called Divisible NFT, shortened to DN404, according to a synonymous developer known as Cygar. We've legitimately been working around the clock to getting the DN404 divisible NFT code ready over the weekend. After the ERC 404 tokens picked up traction, there was a notable increase in transaction fees. Gaslight co-founder Pop Punk, shout out to Blink-182, said that this was the reason. The reason was for developers who have experience in optimizing codes to keep low fees to make the new version. The 7-day moving average transaction fee on Ethereum mainnet rose over to $11 over the weekend, but risen from $4 at the end of January. The new wave of ERC 404 tokens was largely driving this increase in fees by providing an alternative implementation with more efficient code. This could allow for more ERC 404 tokens without clogging up the network. Interesting. Yeah, so certainly the ERC 404 rise of the ERC 404 projects, the combination of normal tokens, ERC20s, and NFTs, you know, has kind of inspired more people, more projects to start a new standard. I think starting new standards is a dice roll. I think it's risky. I don't think I'd jump my whole bag into any of these projects, but it will be an opportunity for whatever standard catches on fire. So we want to keep a close eye on the ERC 404s, and we also want to keep a lookout for these DN 404 projects as well. These new standards could be a dumpster fire, but they could be a moneymaker. So we really want to keep a close eye on it and see how it comes. You never know. You never know. Everyday Algonaut. I love this. I love Algorand with, you know, less than a penny fees. It's insane to ask $11 per transaction. I agree. I completely agree, man. I completely agree. Yeah, I don't understand actually why more people haven't came over to Algorand yet. I have no idea, because I mean, like, if you do a simple transaction on Ethereum, like, what? With Algorand, it's a penny. Like, and it's 3 seconds, 2.9 seconds. Like, what are you guys doing over there? Like, I don't understand why so many people are just stuck on Ethereum. It's hard to explain, man. It's hard to explain. Come on, Crypto Dad L. Come on, AJ. Need the Grogger playbook before the peak. Love the show. I don't know, man. That book, you know, I'm moving on it, but I also have to figure out. I have to, you know, have an editor. I have to figure out distribution. I don't know if I'm going to, you know, get like some sort of book deal, or if I'm just going to release it independently. Man, there, you know, I understand that it's time sensitive, but I also think that, yeah, man, I don't know. I think that, you know, you can learn from the gist of it through this show. You can learn the gist of it through staying up to date with crypto. You can learn the gist of it by actively trading yourself and learning the do's and don'ts yourself. You will pay for your own mistakes, but I feel like, that's a part of it. Losing trading is a part of it. And also we really want to, I wish I could. I don't know if it's going to come out before the bull run. I don't know. I have, there's so much more to do between now and when that book's actually hits the shelves. Like, would I like to get a book deal and have it in every Barnes and Nobles in the world? Yeah, I would love that. But is that going to happen on like my first book? I don't know. So I definitely going to have to make some phone calls. And, I know Ben's book deal in terms, I don't really know the details on who he linked up with. I know that a lot of it was a headache on the back end in terms of distribution and stuff like that. So, it's not easy, man. It's not easy, but definitely I think following this channel, watching the videos, keeping up on Twitter, even joining the Telegram, the Alpha group on Telegram, I think I'm going to put a lot of ideas on there well before they hit YouTube and stuff like that. That'll be kind of be like the more Alpha group. So yeah, there's definitely a lot to learn, but I feel like the book will put it all in one place. It will kind of centralize all these ideas. But I'm definitely waiting for, I'm trying with the book. I'm working on it, but it's kind of more about the distribution is the part I'm not sure of yet. So one day at a time, but thanks for thinking about it, man. That means a lot to me. All right. There's a couple more stories I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah. This is just weird. Did you guys see that Biden tweet? What happened? So he said he put this weird tweet, just like we drew it up with laser eyes. And some people think it's like a Chiefs thing. Some people think it's like a Bitcoin thing. Some people think he got hacked. I don't know what happened. I don't understand that at all. And then the file name for it, I saw someone tweet was like creepy Brandon or something like that. Like what? Dark Brandon. Like, why would he tweet that? President Joe Biden's use of laser eyes meme on social media, traditionally associated with Bitcoin support, was tied to the Dark Brandon meme, not a direct endorsement of crypto. The crypto community reacted with mixed interpretations to Biden post. Clarifications highlighted was a creative campaign strategy rather than a shift in crypto policy, of course. Despite the initial speculation, Biden administration maintains a cautious stance on crypto, no shit, with no indications of policy endorsements favoring Bitcoins or digital assets. I just thought it was such a weird tweet. Like, what? What intern? I hope some intern got fired for sure. I don't know how many interns they're going to have to go through, but one day at a time, man. One day at a time. All right. A couple other stories I wanted to talk about. Boom. ARK shares, Bitcoin ETF crosses 1 billion. Shout out to them. Getting a lot of inflows. Love to see it. Definitely has a direct correlation, with the Bitcoin price action. And this is great. BlackRock's not our friend, but if we bought in before them, there are exit liquidity, not the other way around. So it's definitely good to see anytime you see a good bullish story about the ETFs, the ETF news. Very good. We love to see that. Also, this is pretty crazy as well. Bitcoin soars to 10th largest asset globally. Let's go. Leaving Berkshire Hathaway and JP Morgan behind. That is absolutely amazing. Not really much to the story. That all of the story is inside the headline, but that is absolutely amazing. Also, I wanted you guys to be aware, I always keep a close eye on tokenunlocks.com in terms of vesting schedules, emission schedules for coins. Right here, the cliff unlocks and linear unlocks. So just a quick overview. A cliff unlock is where, say we have this supply, we have this supply, we have this supply. These coins get released. We have this supply, we have this supply. These coins get released, and it happens like a cliff. And then a linear unlock is when coins, systematically, slowly go in over time. Difference between a cliff and linear. So I want you to see right here, top cliff unlocks in the next 7 days. Okay, so sand, in 2 days, 9.2% of the circulating supply. 9.2%. Holy shit. Is going to enter circulation. So keep a close eye on the sand chart. I don't think it's the best time. I don't really think that 9% getting added to the supply is going to make it go up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how, I'm actually very interested. Actually, let's make a little thing. Let's do I didn't mean to do that. Let's draw a little line right here representing the price action. And then we'll draw a little line right here representing the time when we said this. And now over the next couple of days, let's see how this unlock affects the price. All right, so let's do a little experiment and see how much a 9.2% unlock will affect the price. Also, we have Ape coin with 2.6% coming in here relatively well this week in the next 7 days, and Rose as well. So always worth to keep an eye on that. Also, Solana, about $8 million every day. AVAX $4 million every day. But yeah, but that's a part of it. Like that's a linear unlock. It's not like a big jolt to the system. It's just smooth every day. Everyone knows it's happening. But when there's cliff unlocks and they're big unlocks, like with Sand, you want to keep an eye on that, a close eye on that. That's pretty brutal. So yeah, always keep your eyes on especially for coins you're holding. You want to be well aware of what's happening in terms of vesting schedules, distribution, etc. So always keep a close eye on that. Also, we talked about the Tiny Man airdrop. Oh yeah, I didn't show you the Pandora chart, the leading ERC 404 coin. So we had this little local high up here. Worth noting that level around $36,000 has dropped down to $20,000. I do like that it is kind of held this little floor right there. Well, kind of actually, it's like very close to holding that floor. It kind of dipped below it momentarily, which happens sometimes, right here. But it ultimately did end up holding it. So that is going to be a big level to watch moving forward. In terms of retest on this coin, which is around 15,000. We're also really going to want to see this level get broken right here, this previous little floor right there. We're going to want to see that get broken as well, which is at 20,200. Definitely make that line a little bit smaller. Close eye on that level. Hopefully we get above that one. So what I'm saying here is that if we can bottom here and get into this range and let me draw this out a little bit better so it makes more sense. Not that. Oops. Pop up. Yeah. So what I'm saying here is that if we can get into this range, this thing could really move a lot more and even break out and retest the local high. That would be straight up fireworks on this. So, we're talking, this is no joke. We're talking a 67% pump to retest that local high. So you never know. Big shout out to Pandora. Also, another chart. I got to give it to her, man. The Duchess of DeFi. Cassie, she called this one, bro. She called this one. Street cred with me for days. She earned some street cred with AJ. She told me about this coin called Zeta. Zeta, Zeta. I don't know much about the ecosystem, but she said, AJ, can you look at this chart for me? And I said, yeah, of course. We started, this was the little local level here. It was actually the price was around here. And I was kind of saying from this next high, we'd want to get above this and kind of be patient with it. And if this is a 1 hour chart, by the way, and then it rode its way down. And then we talked about the chart again over here. And then look what happened. Boom. And this right here is why these levels we draw and set alarms are so important. Because if you went off of this one right here, went off this test, this breakthrough, we're talking a 32% move in less than 2 days, a day and 12 hours moving. The coin is moving. So yeah, big shout out to Zeta and big shout out to the Duchess, man. The Duchess did completely call this one. And it's almost at $2 now. It was, we were talking about $1.30 or something. Even down here. I should have listened to her, man. Yeah, I was looking at it the end of last week. I would be up 64%. Didn't listen to the Duchess. Damn it. Congratulations to her. She called it. All right. Hi, JJ. Doing a great job. I have a show idea for you. Ask JJ. My question is, how do I pull my crypto out of Binance USA? Well, it's AJ, first of all. Jada is JJ, but you can ask her if you want. No, but you go to withdraw, man. As long as you're in Binance US, as long as you're in America, or if you're outside of America, use a VPN that's American. You shouldn't have a problem with that. You go to withdraw, And like, say if you're on Coinbase, like say you want to move it to Coinbase. So if say it's Matic. So say you want to send your Matic from Binance to Coinbase. So you click withdraw and then you copy your Coinbase address, and you want to make sure it's the same network. So you could send Matic on Ethereum or the Polygon network. So when you send, so you have to know what network you're on or what network you want to transfer through, and then make sure whatever the address is that you're receiving it in the correct network. So you'd want to send it from Matic to Matic or Ethereum to Ethereum, not Ethereum to Matic. That would be bad. So make sure you're on the same network of the receiving address from the address you're sending from. So you want to go to withdraw, you want to enter the amount, or if it's a lot of money, do a test transaction, just send $10 and see if it lands in the other wallet. And once it lands in the other wallet, just do the same thing again. So yeah, just go to withdrawal and follow the steps. It's very self-explanatory. I'm sorry I can't help you more than that, but I entered it the best I could. Shout out to Glitter Queen in the chat. Good morning to the Glitter Queen. She is currently out visiting her family. It was her little sister Avery's birthday yesterday. And Avery, everybody, you guys might not know this, is my best friend. She is my bestie. And as you can actually see her in the chat right there, Avery, hey bestie. Hey bestie. You're my bestie. She's my bestie. I love it. Big shout out to the Glitter Queen and her little sister Avery. Happy birthday. Everybody in the chat, make sure you say happy birthday to Avery. I think she just turned 12 or 11. 11 or 12. Not sure. I don't know. 12. I'm going to say 12. But yeah, that's absolutely amazing. Wow, it's already 11:30. What the hell just happened? I actually want to say one more thing before we sign off on the show here today. I did want to say one more thing. That one more thing is, okay, it was 12. I was right. Everybody, it's 240 people in the house. Thank you guys so much for being here, spending your Monday morning with me. Really appreciate it. Make sure you smash the like button if you haven't already. The one thing I'm going to say before we leave here is that I wish that I bought a pudgy penguin, a little pudgy. 2.04. The floor went to 2.3 ETH this weekend. I was looking at these at like a half Ethereum, 0.7, but I really wanted to buy my panda. And I was like really like hung up on the Campai pandas. And I really like Campai pandas. I have a panda, and it went from like 1.6 to over 2. Like I did well. I'm still holding it. I have it listed, but it's going to take a lot for someone to buy it. But I'm listing it. If I can make a full Ethereum off of it, awesome. If not, I'll just hold on to it. But damn, I wish I bought a little pudgy, man. This project is absolutely ripping. I started looking at these at like 0.2. I have no idea why I didn't buy one. I just thought like, I'd rather get like a normal pudgy. And at the time, normal pudgies were not what they were now. I mean, now pudgy penguins 20 Ethereum. If you got the floor, you're talking $53,000, guys. $53,000. Insane. It's just crazy to see that. And this is actually really good for the NFT market to see a come up like this, especially now with where we are. It just relative to the halving coming, relative to the hype getting built around crypto. So seeing a come up like this is actually amazing because, more projects will follow. More projects will follow, and these ones will probably continue. Do I want to buy a little pudgy now that they're at 2 Ethereum? Hell no, probably not. If they went back to 1.5, maybe, but like I'm definitely not buying the top on this. I mean, even Campai pandas, they're doing very well. I mean, we're talking 2.27 Ethereum. That's insane. I should have bought mine at 0.7, and Goody and Jada told me no. And then it pumped to 1.5, and I was like, I hate you both. I should have doubled my money. But well, I guess I'm just gonna buy it here then out of spite. I'm going to spend another $1,500 on this panda out of spite. And never listen to people that don't know what they're talking. I'm just kidding. Don't listen to the Glitter Queen, but never listen to Goody ever. But yeah, pandas are doing very well. Not that many sales away from 2.5 Ethereum either. I'm talking NFTs here really quick. People think that I don't do NFTs. I definitely do. I definitely love NFTs. Actually, I just I'm more of a day trader. I'm not like really, really deep into NFT world. I'd really like to get a mutant. I think I'm going to buy a mutant here pretty soon. I'd really like to. 11 Gs isn't that bad. Jada absolutely hates the mutants, but I think they're really cool. I like the ones with this hat with like I don't like this one exactly, but I like that hat. Whatever one I buy will have that hat. But yeah, just taking a quick look at some NFTs. Interesting. What are Bored Apes at right now? Bored Ape Yacht Club. Oh my God, the Pudgies are gonna flip. The Pudgies are gonna flip them, bro. That's crazy. Wow. I never thought I'd see that happen. You know, honestly, maybe I should just not get a mutant and just save for a Bored Ape. If I get a Bored Ape, it'd have to be a DMT skin. It'd have to be one with the DMT skin. That one is just so sick. Too clean. All right. Well, that was fun. Everybody, I'm going to sign off because Ben is coming back. Ben is making his appearance. He's coming back to doing his live streams. I kind of knew he would all the time. But, you know, I understand. He had to take some time off, and I completely understand that. So everybody, make sure you go support Ben on his show back around. Happy belated birthday to Avery. Big shout out to my bestie in the whole world, Avery. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You guys are amazing. WD40, Dimple Pugh, Brian Bootyhead, Glitter Queen, Karen Harris. Thanks for being here, Karen. Marsh, Crypto Antagonist, JC, French Toaster, SDog21. You guys are awesome. Make sure you head over to Ben's. But before you do that, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it. Much love to each and every one of you. My name's AJ Writes Crypto. Get rich or get wrecked. Later.